Hello, I'm Beth Kempton, founder of Do What You Love and author of Freedom Seeker. Today I want to talk to you about creative confidence. It's one of the things that holds so many of us back from having the greatest creative experience we can in this life. It's hardly surprising when the results of our creativity often connect deeply with others in a way that perhaps we could never say inside a conversation. We do our best creative work when we're at our most open, honest, when we're our real selves. But showing that can make us feel vulnerable, exposed and afraid. Indeed, I have lost count of the number of grown-up people who yearn for a creative career but are still carrying with them the wounds of some throwaway comment from an art teacher or a music teacher decades ago. One person told them they weren't very good at art or music or whatever, and they've believed ever since that they're no good at anything creative. But here's the thing, you can't be good at creativity. It just is. You just are. Creative, we all are. The question is whether you will allow yourself to embrace that creativity and open yourself up to all the gifts it has to offer. Today, I want to share 5 ways to help build your creative confidence to help you do just that. Number 1, forget about the label and just get busy. The very first time I went on an art retreat, I felt like a complete fraud. Everyone else around me was an artist and I was just there faking it. I told myself this story over and over and over until one day I realised it was rubbish. There was absolutely nothing different about the others and me, except they were embracing their creativity and I was not. We're all creative, we just have to find the right medium and outlet for that creativity and the rest will unfold. And you know what? I had exactly the same thing happen when I wrote my book, Freedom Seeker. I've been writing ever since I could hold a pen. Plays, poems, stories, you name it. Handwritten missives to friends from far-off places describing my travels around the world. Hundreds and hundreds of blog posts in weekly newsletters. And I had a literary agent and a book deal with an actual publisher. But even then, I didn't feel comfortable calling myself a writer. You know what I did? I made myself forget about the label and just got busy writing. In time, that writing became my book, Freedom Seeker, a real live actual book with my name on it. So now I guess I'd better call myself a writer. I mean, other people call me that. But nothing has changed. Just the fact that now I believe it. And I want you to know that it wasn't the fact that it's a book or that I got paid for it that made me believe I was a writer. It was the response of the people who have read it, who saw me in the words and shared how connected they felt to it. That's what made the difference. So I want you to forget about whatever creative label you've been struggling with and just get busy creating, because you already are that person. Perhaps you just don't realise it yet. And then, one day, when you're feeling a little bit bolder, start using that label. Try it on. See how well it fits. The second way is to give your attention to the process, not the product. Through my online courses, I've worked with so many people who want to build creative careers and businesses, and over I've seen the same thing happening. In fact, it's often the very reason they come to us in the first place. They are obsessed about and totally in fear of the end product. Whether what they make will be good enough, whether it will sell, whether it will fit the market. Of course, there comes a point where that does matter if you want to have a particular creative career doing a particular thing. But way before you get to that point, there's something else which should be getting your attention. The process. By concentrating on just doing the thing, you take the pressure off what you're trying to make and instead let it become whatever it wants to be. The hugely successful art agent Lila Rogers is one of my business partners, and together we have helped thousands of people build fulfilling creative careers. She has one mantra that has inspired me since the first day I met her. Lila says, "People buy your joy." It's completely true, and the beauty in it is that you need to be joyful first, joyful in the process and in the creating, then the created takes care of itself. And thirdly, if something's not working, try something else. If you've been trying one particular medium for ages, perhaps you've been working away at that mixed media painting or seen someone with a design career you'd like to emulate, or perhaps tried writing for newspapers or getting into filmmaking even just for fun. If you have been trying it and it just isn't working, take a break. Try something else, a different medium, a different angle, a different material, a different teacher, whatever. just change something and see if it makes a difference. You can always come back to your original medium later, but the variety might inject some confidence into your creativity. And who knows, you might discover your real talent lay in a completely different creative outlet altogether. And then fourthly, know this: only half the responsibility is yours. I wrote part of Freedom Seeker, in fact 30,000 words of it in 7 days, in a jungle in Costa Rica. But when I say that, I know it's not the whole truth, because I didn't do it all by myself. Entire concepts came to me fully formed. I was literally channeling many of those words, simply a conduit for inspiration. I couldn't write fast enough. The universe was there, right there with me. It was a team effort. And that's the thing with creativity. The more time and space you allow for it, the more it expands to fill that space. And only half the responsibility is yours. You just need to be open, trust, show up, and the rest will follow. And then lastly, don't go it alone. Connecting with a group of like-minded people who are also exploring their creativity can be a huge confidence boost. You can find a group locally or a class or community online and see your courage grow as you start to share. I really hope that these 5 ways to build creative confidence will really help you, because it's your creativity that puts colour in the world, spins magic in our minds, and leaves legacies in our wakes. If you'd like to learn more about living a more creative, bold and fulfilled life, take a look at my book, Freedom Seeker. In it, I share the story of my own creative awakening and some powerful tools to help you shift into a newfound creative freedom. And I'd love to hear how you get on with trying these 5 ways of growing your creative confidence. If you enjoyed this video, please like it and share it, and make sure you subscribe so you don't miss future videos from me. I'll speak to you again soon. Happy creating.